All right, guys, so let's look at playing collar sleeve when the guy goes to the ground.
So what could happen here is maybe we start with the guy standing. I have this lasso collar sleeve, so now he's going to go to both knees. Okay, so when he goes to both knees, it can be a little bit harder to find that omoplata triangle space. You can still do it, but we have to mix in other attacks. If he's here and this elbow's a little open, if I can get the foot on the hip, then it functions kind of the same. I can just push the hip out. Let's get this way just a little bit, right? If I have this foot in the bicep and I can unlasso and push the hip out, then I can start turning here, going for that omoplata. If he doesn't have the pants, this could turn into a triangle. That's all really strong. If the elbow is really tight, then, and I'm really trying to pull it and I can't get it, then usually his posture is down a little bit more. One thing I really like to do is I sit up here and I'm gonna go for the loop choke. This will have two effects. You'll either get the loop choke, or as you start threatening that, he'll start posturing up a lot, and it makes it easier to go back for this foot on the hip. Once I get the foot on the hip, now I can really push out. Sometimes if his elbow's kind of tight here, I can push the thigh out first. Now it makes it easier to get to the foot on the hip, and now I can start going back for the triangle or omoplata, right? So again, we're here, so now his elbow's super tight. I have this lasso, I can't get in here, so I sit up on my elbow, and I want a little bit lower grip so that my hand has room. Scoot this way a little bit. So that my hand has room to go under his neck. See how I use this little wrist motion to go under the neck, right? So I go here like this, and I feel like elbow's super tight, I can't get into it. I just go out on the outside here, I come up with my elbow, and I have to be kind of quick when I do this, right? So I see he's super tight with the elbow. Here I go up here, and then I'm gonna loop over and go here. From here, I'll just throw my leg over, and I just try to finish here. Sometimes they roll over, and I'll go on top, right? So we're here, we're lassoed, he's got the elbow tight, right? I could try to push the thigh out or the hip out. I can't get that now. So then I come up on the elbow, and really quick, we'll move this out of the way. Really quick, I'm going here, and I go over and under my other arm, like so, right? So I'm here, I'm attacking like this, okay? Boom here, I come up, and I go catch it really quick. Once I catch it, it's really hard to get back out. I just throw my leg over his neck here, and I can just rip cord there, and that's really tight.
Okay, so one more time from a different angle.
We're here, we have the collar sleeve. Okay, the elbow is really tight. If I feel like I can pull it open, see, keep it tight kind of there. Like I can actually kind of like arch my back. If I can get the foot on the hip, I can actually really peel it out like this, right? And I can still chase the triangle omoplata, right? But now he's super, super tight. I can't get it. I could do this from the lasso, or I can kind of come out. A lot of times when I come up, I bring this lasso off a little bit and I go up really quick, right? Now I'm showing it slow here, but when I actually do it, I have to fully commit. Like if I can't just stay here, it's really hard to balance, right? So I'll be here like this, I come up and I catch there really quick and fall. Now this leg goes up and over, and that's gonna be a really tight finish there, right? Also, I could do this too when he's down with this leg knee shielded sometimes as well, right? I can do it like this with the knee shield as well, because like here when he's down on the ground, it's hard to push it down and step over it in the same way they do when they're standing. So if I was here like this, I could use this knee shield to create a little more space, try to get that left foot on the hip and pull out. But if not, I just come up here, throw the leg over. Again, if I get that leg over the head, I just kind of rip cord here and have the strong finish.
All right, so now let's look at when the guy's in one knee up.
In this case, if the guy goes one knee up on the near side leg, a lot of times I can get this De La Riva hook. If I can't, I can use this knee shield to kind of off balance him, or like a scissor sweep almost. So go back, so let's say I have here, you're in one knee up, right? So when he's in one knee up on this side, I'm gonna use the knee shield, and if I can get this hook in, I wanna get it in, but if it's really tight and it's hard, that's fine. He's really out of balance here. So I'm just gonna kind of clip this leg here. You can even stay here, and I just use my knee shield and pull the collar to kind of create this off balancing motion here and go for the wheel sweep, okay? Right, I'm here like this, right? So maybe I have the foot in the bicep, he goes one knee up, I just switch to this shield. Right, and again, when he's down, this shield is really strong because it's hard to like trap the leg in the same way as when they're standing. So if I just kind of roundhouse kick here, off balances him this way. So all I have to do is kind of push the collar this way and just kind of block his leg from being able to post out wide, and I just flip and go for the scissor sweep. Okay, we're here, right? So again, I get the shield in, I'm just gonna block here, you can block here, just make sure that he can't catch his balance, right? So I go up here, boom, clip over, and come up on top.
All right, so now let's look at what to do when they have the other knee up.
Okay, so now we're getting collar sleeve here like this, and now he's gonna have this knee up. So here, of course, if I can get the foot on the hip good, I can start trying to peel him out to go for the attack from there. Another thing I can do is when they're on one knee up that's really good is this wheel sweep that I showed before when they're standing is super powerful. I could just kick this knee out here, go there, and that one's really easy to hit, right? right? So we're here, like this. I have the foot in the bicep. It could be shielded as well. I try to create that separation, get the foot on the hip, or on the knee here. I push the knee out and pull and extend really hard and flip him over there, right? So again, we're here, you know, and this is such a safe position for me when he's on one knee up and I have this lasso and collar sleeve. I could chill here like this. I could push. I could even switch to double sleeve if I wanted. You know, I come back here, go, okay, you know, extend this guy, I get on my side. See, I can kind of scoot back a little bit and I find the angle on the knee. If I can't get that, if I could get on the hip here, I could still go for the omoplata here or the triangle. But if that elbow is really tight, then often that knee is going to be open. So now I'm going to kick this knee out as I pull and extend and get that nice wheel sweep over.
All right, so this video, I'm gonna show you guys a bunch of different ways you can kind of transition between some of the guards, okay?
First off, to get to the collar sleeve, a great transition, like double sleeve and collar sleeve just goes so good together. It's so easy to mix between the two. If you want to go to the far side collar sleeve, one really easy way to do it is if I have the lasso and the spider and I just break past the body here, now I can just let go real quick, grab this collar, and I'm already in the collar sleeve on the far side. Turn that a little bit. Right, so I'm already here. Now I can go foot on hip. I can start centering up, going for the triangle. If he pulls his elbow tight, I could start coming out and going to the near side collar sleeve. All these things start to open up. So that double sleeve transition is really good. Right, so we're here like this playing collar sleeve and the guy's on the ground. I have his foot on the hip, or even if his elbow's kind of tight. Anytime the guy's holding this leg, I can always go back to double sleeve. So, you know, this whole collar sleeve series, I'm showing you how to do it with just the collar sleeve. But once you understand double sleeve and you understand collar sleeve, it's very easy to interconnect these because I already have the sleeve. He's grabbing here. All it takes is just letting go and grabbing this. Now I'm in double sleeve. So it's very easy to go for that classic wheel sweep from here like this. And now I do it from double sleeve, right? Same thing in like the near side collar sleeve here. If I'm just like this, and I'm attacking all this stuff and like, you know, he's being kind of difficult to attack. If he's holding this pant leg a lot to defend the attacks, really easy to switch to double sleeve. And now I have double sleeve here, right? Now I can push here, start going here, working underneath, just start learning to connect the positions, right? You want to learn them each individually, but then start learning to interconnect them. Another great option here, if I have a lasso here, like this, and I can't get the double sleeve, and I find the collar sleeve system kind of hard, is sometimes you can grab this pant leg here, around here like this. It depends on how close he is. Sometimes I have to grab the pant leg. Sometimes I can butterfly hook and get the ankle. I just want to get control of this. And once I get this, I can now pull in, have this ankle, and now I can start playing from here. And in the next series, I'm going to go through a lot of series from holding the ankle and the far sleeve. So we're going to start developing off of that. So that'll make sense in a bit. But when you understand this transition, it's really easy to go from here. Now I can go to sit-up guard. I can start building off of this low guard series and sweeping from here. So that's a great way to do it. You know, you could also be on this side collar sleeve here like this. I can't get double sleeve. I can't get this. I see this ankle open or the pant leg. Now I pull myself in, switch the ankle and lasso, push, and now I'm starting to build from here. I could have the foot in the bicep, go back to the collar, now collar sleeve, foot on hip, start slowly learning to mix it, right? But that's how I go about building an open guard game. It's really complicated when you look at it there, but as you understand and you have a lot of specific sparring time in just the double sleeve, and then you have a lot of sparring time in just the collar sleeve, and then next we're gonna go through the ankle control, then you learn how to play from the ankle control. As you understand all of those individually, then it starts becoming really easy to interconnect them.